I had just been thinking, if there's a female warrior in this one, she'd better be a Viking. And sure enough. Okay, Predator, killer of killers. Let's talk about it. So a few days ago, I finished screening Predator, Killer of Killers. It's going to be available this June 6th on Hulu. As of the filming of this, it's May 31st. So my review will be going up June 6th when the review embargo lifts. I did not realize going into this that it was an anthology movie. There's 4 stories in it. I can't remember the title of the 4th one actually, but the first 3 were The Shield, The Sword, and The Bullet. And each segment tells a story of a predator and a warrior from Earth. The first story is about a Viking warrior woman who encounters a predator. The second story is about a samurai wannabe guy who encounters a predator with, I guess, his brother or some other person that was close to him. And then the third tells the story of a World War II fighter pilot, and he gets caught up in a battle with a predator. And then the 4th story takes place, I guess, like on the predator's planet or something. Like I said, I cannot remember what the title of that segment was called. Each segment is about 20 minutes, give or take. So the entire film, it's less than an hour and a half. It's maybe 83, 82 minutes long. It's a quick watch, so it's not something that's going to take a ton of your time. In general, I liked this movie. It was directed by Dan Trachtenberg, the same guy who did Prey. I wish Prey had been released on the big screen. I would have enjoyed going to watch it on the big screen. As it was, I watched it at home because, that's when studios were making really dumb decisions when it came to movies and theaters and all of that stuff. However, after I saw Prey, I liked it okay, but I felt like it was hugely overrated, and I still do. The more time has gone by, the less I care for that film. I was not crazy about the main character, and some of the stuff that she did just didn't pass the smell test for me. Like the time when she took out an entire camp of French trappers on an injured leg that hardly seemed to bother her at all. I couldn't with that. And it's kind of annoying that they do that a lot when it comes to female characters in action or thriller movies. The character in one of the segments here, like I said, she's a Viking warrior woman, but the way they handled her conflict or her altercation with the alien was more believable to me than the chick from Prey. So I don't really have an issue with how that was handled. It is an animated film. I forgot to mention that, like computer 3D animation. The animation I thought was fine. I didn't really have many issues with it. I liked the way the fight choreography was illustrated, the way it flowed on the screen. I thought it was really well done. So no issues with that at all. I like the stories, the 3 different characters that it told a story about. And I liked the final segment and also the callbacks to some of the previous Predator movies in the franchise. I am definitely down to see a part 2 because it does leave you kind of sort of open to the possibility that maybe there's going to be a continuation. I have no clue. I have not heard any news. I mean, this one hasn't even come out yet, so I don't know when or if we will get a second one, but I definitely would be interested in seeing it. I initially wasn't terribly interested in Badlands, but now I think I'm a bit more interested in it, so I'll probably go to watch it on the big screen. I found out a little bit more about the character played by Elle Fanning, and so that has made me a bit more receptive to the story, even though the concept design of this Predator is just like, ugh. But I found out more about that Predator too, so maybe it will work. We'll see. I do not remember if the guy who directed Prey also directed this one. I forgot to look that up before I started filming this. I will check and see and confirm or deny in the video when I'm editing. Getting back to the animation, I read something interesting. And now I have not watched this show that I'm going to mention, but I know of it. But the visual style for Killer of Killers was inspired by Arcane. So I guess if you like Arcane, if you like that style of animation or how it looks, whatever, you'll probably enjoy this. Like I said, I haven't seen Arcane, so I have no basis of comparison at all, but I did know of it. I don't really have any cons. I just have a question. Well, there were two questions that came to me as I was watching this. One was, there was a part in one of the stories, I don't remember which one it was now, but there is a moment where a character figures out how the predator is able to see things, because as you know, the predator's like, it sees things with heat vision. And one of the characters in the segments figured this out about the predator, but I felt like the way they got that character to that conclusion was kind of weakly written. It seemed like a huge leap in logic for this person to all of a sudden figure this out. So, that was a little bit wobbly for me. There was another thing that stood out to me. It's not really a con, it's just a question. The character of the Viking woman, she speaks in English sometimes, and then there is another part where she's speaking in her actual language, whereas there's a character, the Japanese character, who he never speaks in English. He only speaks in Japanese, and it didn't make sense to me why they did that. Maybe they just felt like you didn't want to read that many subtitles if the Viking woman was speaking in her language all the time. I don't know. That's not actually a con. It's just something I noticed. Don't really have any significant cons to speak of. I think if you're a fan of the Predator franchise, you'll probably enjoy this okay. If you're not, maybe you won't. I thought it was worth the time that it took to watch it. I enjoyed it. I would recommend it. And I'd definitely be down for a part 2, as I already said. Maybe they'll make it. I don't know. Now I'm looking forward to Badlands. A bit more than I was. We'll see how that turns out. Okay, at this point, I don't have much more to say about Predator, Killer of Killers, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. We'll see you guys in the next one. Nos vemos.